Yeah, should I go?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our AI Student Development Program. Today marks our beginning of a journey into one of the most transformative technologies of our time, which is artificial intelligence. So, here, let me first introduce about this. Like, this is AiSPRY, which is our sister company. We have founded in 2017, and it is founded by all the IITs and ISP alumni. And right now in our team, we have 160 plus data scientists or data experts. And our achievements is we are empowered in 45 plus clients across India, Malaysia, Canada, and Middle East. So this is our specialty. This is like our sister company. Okay. So this is our agenda for today. Not for today, this is agenda for entire program. This is for 5-day program. And entirely we will understand about history and evolutions of AI, real world applications, and ethical considerations related to AI. And we will understand what are the different tools like ChatGPT, Cloud AI, and many others. Okay. We will do a hands-on on all these. So firstly, what is AI? What is AI? What is AI, guys? So AI is a core. AI is a core, or what we can say, AI is a science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially intelligent computers program. Okay, this is given by our father of AI, which is John McCarthy. Okay, AI is a capability of machine to emit intelligent human behavior. So it will mimic like a human brain. It will mimic like how human behaves. Okay, so AI is nothing but a science and engineering of making the intelligent machines. Okay, so AI is nothing but these are all given by different peoples. Okay, these definitions are given by different people. So AI is a science of making computers do things that requires intelligence when done by humans. Okay, so what do you understand by what do you understand by AI? And what do you understand by the scopes in the AI? You can use chat window to tell me. Okay. So what do you understand by AI and the scopes in AI? Around you, where you can see, where is AI? Where people are adapting or where people are using or where you are using in your day-to-day life. So yes, chat GPT. Very good. Yes, Buddha Pradeep. Very good. Chat GPT is one of the example. Yes, correct. What about others? I can see there are like more participants. I want more answers, more interactive sessions. Okay. So I want answers from your sides also. Okay. So AI is all around us. From your Netflix recommendations to Google Maps, rerouting your journey continuously, Chat GPT, DeepSeeks, all these are like for question answering, we are using Chat GPT. For all these things behind this, we are using AI. Everything is behind this is AI. Okay. Yes. Yes. Perplexity, robots. Yes. Sure. Yeah, Mohammed. Almost everywhere. Correct. So, key characteristics of AI system. What are the key characteristics? Like we can see, there is perception, reasoning, learning, and interactions. Okay. So, what do you understand by perceptions? Perception is nothing but AI can see and hear the world. Okay. So, how it can hear and see the world? Like a human. Like a human. How this perception means perception happens when we can see or hear around us. Okay. So, like AI, how artificial intelligence can do these things, how it can hear or see the world. So by using images, by using an image recognition systems, for example, if we are giving some identifying the images, okay, in the photos. So based upon some algorithms, we can give multiple images on here. And based upon the multiple images, what will happen? We can have a, like, whether it is a damage on there, whether it is some damage over that images, or some something has happened to their car, or certain accident has happened. All these things we can understand through the AI. Okay, for an image recognition system. So there are multiple algorithms which are generally, or models which are generally useful for images, image recognitions. Okay, for understanding the scene, what type of scene is this? Okay, if certain crime has happened at certain locations, okay, we can use this and we can find out why this certain thing has happened. Or we can use it for scene identification, what type of poses people are carrying, or what is the thing that has happened, certain posture are people handling, for posture identifications. For all these purposes, we can use image recognitions. Okay. Likewise, for speech recognitions also. Okay. Likewise, we are having in our day-to-day life, we are using Siri, we are using Google Assist, we are using multiple things. Okay. So what we are saying, okay, whatever we are saying, it is turning into a text format. And then it is replying. And then it is replying. It is identifying what we have said. As in speech to text, it is converting. And it is understanding what we are saying. Based upon that, it is giving us a reply. Okay. So it can also be useful for what? Speech recognitions. So perception is nothing but just AI can see and hear the world. How it can see and hear the world? By giving an images, multiple images, by using a speech recognition systems, by using image recognition systems. By all these, we can use. Okay. Likewise, it can be useful for, like, AIs have ears and eyes in it. We can say ears and eyes. Like we are using in our day-to-day life, we are using Google Assist, we are using Siri. Okay. So we are using these things and we are adapting these things in our day-to-day life. Okay. Likewise, in our reasoning, what according to you, what will be there in the reasoning? What is there in the reasoning? Gemini is one of them. Yes. Yes, Gemini is one of them. Artificial intelligence is used in cyber security as well to automate the defending activities for known vulnerabilities. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, correct. So there is one more term called as reasoning. Reasoning. What do you understand by reasoning? Where in the reasoning term, where we can use this? Like AI can think logically also. Logically, like making decisions and plan ahead of what should be there or what should be there. Okay, like if we have multiple options, if we will say some prompt and it will give some objects, we can have a tree diagram like that. Okay, and based upon this logical reasoning, we can find out the, like, based upon this puzzles or something like that, we can find out what is the best possible actions or best possible plan for us. Likewise, we are having in reinforcement learning. Okay, it is generally useful for what? Recommendation engines. Like in gaming systems, we have reward mechanisms, right? So we want to maximize the rewards. We want to maximize the rewards. So if you want to maximize the rewards, we can use this type of thing, logical reasoning or logical detections, or by using plannings. Okay, solving the problems or figuring out the puzzles, which are who is likely to win the game. Okay, who is likely to win the game? Like we are having an IPL nowadays, right? In the IPL, we are having, like, in between the match, we can see that this team is going to, there is one poll going on. Based upon that, they are saying that no, there is 70% chances that this team will going to win the match. Okay, so why and how they are doing this internally? So they are using an AI algorithm. They are using this logical detection models. Okay, mapping or planning, we can say. So mapping or planning is nothing but it is a fastest route. What is the fastest route in the Google Maps? Okay, we see in the day-to-day life, what is the possible fastest route in our Google Maps, or scheduling a task for a robot or a chatbot. Like, so from reasoning, what we have understood, AI is having, earlier we have understood AI is having ears and eyes also. Okay, ears and eyes for what? For eyes for what? For image recognitions, and speech for what? For saying that thing, or what we can say, hearing that thing, understanding that thing. And based upon understanding, it is giving us a reply. Okay. So it has ears and eyes. Along with that, now, as we know about reasoning, what we can say, AI is having brain also. Okay. AI is having brain also. Okay, so if we are understanding, if we are using this logical detections, and we are using it for logical detections, like we are in the IPL or any games, we are identifying that before starting of this particular game, we are saying that there is 70% chances or 50% chances, there are 100% chances, whatever. With some confidence score, we are saying that this is going to win. Okay, so how this is saying, because of its logical reasoning, because of its own brain power. Okay, then it has a learning also. So what do you understand by learning? What do you understand by learning? Right now, we have understood about perceptions. Perception is useful for image recognition, speech recognition, for all this. Likewise, we are having reasoning. Reasoning can be useful for logical detections. Okay, logical reasoning, we can say. It can also be useful for planning the most fastest route, likewise, or optimal route, whatever. Likewise, there is learning. Learning means AI can get smarter over time. Smarter over time. Like how it will get smarter over time? By recognizing the patterns. By recognizing the patterns. With the help of these patterns, like if we will continuously, like one image, two image, three image, four image, there will be several images in our databases, right? Based upon the patterns, we can find out, suppose this is whatever the thing now it is happening, whether the mail is ham or whether the mail is spam. Okay, so based upon the patterns, what type of pattern it is having. Okay, we can form one clustering also. Like we can use it for, like, if either it is useful for unwanted emails. Okay, we can use if the spam messages are there. Okay, we can filter out that messages. The unwanted messages can be deleted before reading it. Okay, so based upon that, in the learning means, we have a database wherein there are all the spams and the hams, like two classes are there. Spam and the ham, two classes are there. So we can use these two classes and we can form. By looking at this, by looking at the text over there, we can understand and we can train our model likewise, so that it will, whenever the new data will come, or whenever the new mail will come, we can understand that whether it is a spam or whether it is a ham. Okay, if it is a spam, we can delete that. Okay, we can directly send it in a spam. Okay, unwanted emails will directly be in the spam folder, or we can filter it out. Okay, so likewise, there is interactions. Interactions. From here, what we have understood in the learning. Learning means recognizing the patterns within your data. And based upon that patterns, we can form and we can classify that the outputs. If the outputs are binary, we can classify yes or no. If the outputs are multiple classes, we can identify that particular classes according to that. So here, by using it, what we are understanding? We are understanding that this learning means what? AI is having memory also. It is having memory. Okay, first we have understood that in the perception, we have understood that AI can be useful for, like, recognizing an image, recognizing a speech. Then we have understood that AIs can be useful for reasoning purposes, for forming the logical detection or logical task. For example, games. Okay, for games mechanisms, we can use it. for finding out the most optimal route. For all these purposes, that means what? It is having a brain inside of it. From that only we can say that, okay, this is the chance or this is the thing. This is the most appropriate route for you right now. Okay, the fastest route. Likewise, for the learning, AI gets smarter over time by recognizing the patterns and improving its behavior. Okay. Likewise, we have understood about interactions. So, interactions. What is interactions? What is interaction, guys? What is interactions? What is interactions? So, interaction is nothing. Yeah, someone has written something. Communicating. Yes, nothing. Nothing but what? Okay. Communication to algorithm. Responding to our inputs. Yeah, correct. Correct. So, interaction is nothing but AI can communicate with people. Now, how we can communicate through people? Through text, through voice, or through facial expressions. AI can communicate. Like nowadays, we are having chatbots. Even if the company size is smaller, everyone, like if even if we are discussing about a dental clinic is also having one chatbots. Why chatbots people are so using? Why they are using chatbots so like radially? What is the use of chatbots? Yes, anyone? What is the use of chatbots? Effective reach, yeah. Effective reach, yes. Quick assistance, correct. Immediate response, correct. Yeah, all are correct, yes. Yes. So, for easy understanding of our requirement, yes. So, generally, according to our, why we are using this chatbot means, we are using it for recurrent task. Recurrent task. When some people, for example, if someone is asking repetitive type of questions, once, twice, thrice, okay. So, we as a human will get irritated, right? But a chatbot, we can prepare a chatbot like that for a people who can ask a recurrent type of questions multiple times. Okay. And they can use such chatbots, okay, whatever the questions in a form of textual data, in a form of like textual query, in a form of voice, in a form of facial expressions, whatever they are asking, they can assist the chatbot can assist. And the most important thing chatbots can be useful is it is available to you 24 by 7. Okay. Human cannot be available 24 by 7. Yes or no? So chatbots are available 24 by 7. Whenever you will reach, suppose you are reaching our website. Okay. And here we are having AI tutor. Okay. So if you will search there and you will ask some questions, AI tutor is available at 2 a.m., at 3 a.m., at 4 a.m., anytime. It is 24 by 7 available to you. Okay. But as we have seen that it is chatbots available. Okay. If you will ask like calling our customer services, we will not pick up the call at that 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. because we are humans. We can't available 24 by 7. Okay. But chatbots can be available. That is the reason why people are using radially and mostly people are using, even though they are having small systems, small clinics or small company, they are also having this type of chatbots or voice assistants. Yeah, yeah. So according to this, what you understand by interactions? Interaction means AI is also having a social skills like human. Like we interact with people. Okay. We interact with people. We are a social animal. Okay. So what we are saying, AI is having ears, AI is having eyes, AI is having logical reasoning. That means it is having a brain also. It is learning from a pattern. Learning from a pattern means it is having some memory. Okay, it is learning from it the past memory, and then from the past memory, it is recognizing the patterns and then it is classifying the results. Correct. Likewise, it is interactive also. It is communicative also. We can use it like a chatbot, voice assistants. Okay. So all these things are there. So for all these things we are using. Okay. And for all these various things we are using AIs, all these domains. Okay. Like for example, in image classification or a speech recognitions, there are multiple models available, guys. For computer vision models, we have multiple. For image related, we are having object detections where we will put a bounding boxes over them and we will detect what is present inside this image. Okay. What is present, whether it is a car, whether it is a motorcycle, whether it is anything. Okay. So we are putting an image as an input, we are putting a bounding box over them. Manually, we are doing an annotation and we are putting a bounding box over them. And then we are using that in a model training process. And then it is classifying. It is classifying what is present inside that bounding box. Okay. Whether it is X, Y, Z, whatever. Likewise, in a speech recognitions also. Like if you want to translate from one language to the another language, okay, we have multiple models available for speech. Okay, for speech to text, first it will be converting and then we can use it for multiple tasks. Okay, likewise, we have deep grams and multiple models available for that. Okay, and for reasoning, like I have already given the model name here. Like which model they are using for this? They are using a reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning they are using for determining what is the chance. Generally, it is useful for gaming purposes, for reward maximizations. For all these purposes, we are using this. Then for pattern recognitions, like whether it is a spam or whether it is ham, for all these purposes, we can use different models. We can use machine learning models also. We can use deep learning models also, depending upon the requirement. And nowadays, we can do from a deep learning models also, we can do sentiment analysis. We need not require NLTK or any other libraries. Okay. We can directly use our deep learning models or deep learning frameworks. Okay. And we can find out the sentiment analysis or emotion minings. We can perform them. Okay. So likewise, in the interaction means we are having multiple chatbots. There are multiple types or multiple models. Like we can build chatbots using RASA. We can build chatbots using ELISA. We can use by RAG. There is RAG model, retrieval augmented generations. From all these, we can prepare a chatbots. Okay. So we have understood from here that we can use in all these purposes. Okay. I hope it is clear. Then we will understand about types of AI. Types of AI. What are the different types of AI? Okay. So first is our narrow AI. Narrow AI. Narrow AI is nothing but it will perform a specific task like Siri or Google Translate or multiple other models does. Okay. It is generally focused on a specific task. Focusing on only specific task. Okay. Whatever Siri is doing, okay, it is only going to assist you. Likewise, it will going to assist you on a specific task only. Okay. Likewise, general AI. General AI means what? General AI means what? Yes, general AI means what? Human level intelligence. Tell me any model, any computer is having nowadays, any computer is having that much intellection or that much intelligence as humans have. Is there any computer still now available today which will perform a same, like it will work like same we do, humans do? No. Yes. Yeah, there is no such computer right now which will replace our humans. Okay, right now also there is no such computers. Forget about the super AI. Okay, super AI is like hypothetical or a future concept we can say. Okay, it will surplus our human, but it is going on. People are working on it. Maybe after 50 years, we will have a supercomputers. Okay, we'll have a supercomputers which will be more intelligent than us, which will surplus our human intelligence. Okay, but right now, whatever right now we are in, we are trying to replicate our human, like we are making our model which can replace, which will behave like a human brain behaves. Okay, whatever the neural networks which is there in our brain, it will work on that. Likewise, likewise we can treat our model. Likewise, we can make our model which will replicate like a human brain, which can behave like a human being, and then it can make a decisions on that. Okay, so there is narrow AI, which will be used generally for Siri or what we can say, or specific task. Okay, likewise, there is general AI. General AI means, yeah, Sandeep, you have raised your hand. What is it? What is it? Hi, ma'am. Do we get the certification after completion of the webinar? I am not a right person for this. After this session, we can discuss about that. Okay. Yeah. So we are having narrow AI, we are having general AI, we are having super AI. Likewise, we are having different AIs, types of AIs. Okay. So now multiple fields, or what we can say subfields of AI. Subfields of AI. Subfield means there are multiple domains in which we have AI or artificial intelligence. Like we are having machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing. We have computer vision, robotics, expert systems, speech recognition. For all these purposes, we are having different domains. These are all the different domains. Okay. Likewise, for example, we are having machine learnings. Machine learnings will do what? It will form a patterns. Based upon the patterns, we will classify whether it is in spam or whether it is a ham, or whether the person will default or no default. It will depend upon that. Okay. Based upon that, we will define whether the person will default or no default. Okay. For example, someone wants to take a loan. Someone wants to take a loan. How the if we are going in a bank and we are saying that I want to take a loan. 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, okay. So we are having what? We are having in the machine learning, what we are having in between of the machine learning. For example, if you are getting a loan, if you are going to a bank and you are saying that I want a loan, like whatever type of loan it is, how they are going to give you a loan or no loan? How they will do this task? Anyone? Anyone? LLM. Okay. Okay. Yes. Any other? Classification. Process automation. Okay. Process automation. Okay. Process automation. What do you understand by process automation, guys? Means, for example, if what is my questions? If I am saying that I am going to a bank and I want certain loan, that any type of loan, like education loan, home loan, or whatever, personal loan. Okay, how they are going to understand that whether this person will going to repay me a loan, so I should give him a loan. I should approve his loan or her loan. How we will understand, or how they are going to test it. So for that, they are having previous historical database. They are having all the previous historical data. Based upon that historical data, they are understanding. Okay, they have all the inputs related to yours. They will match all the inputs. We will ask first what is your name, what is your gender, then what type of education you have. Okay, then right now what job you are performing. Okay, what job you are doing, and based upon that, it will form some matches. It will form a match according to who have paid a loan or no loan. Okay, so based upon that, their algorithm directly tell them that this person will going to repay the loan or not. The person will be defaulter. Like the person will be doing no default, or either it will do a default. Default or no default. Okay, how we will understand that? Based upon the patterns, based upon the historical data. Based upon the historical data, we will find out whether the person will going to repay the loan or not. Yeah. They used to check about our previous data as well. Yeah. Yes. Like your CIBIL scores. Nowadays, we have a CIBIL scores. Based upon that, all the CIBIL scores will have all the data related to whatever the repay you have given, whatever the EMI earlier you have taken. Okay. All these things will be there. Okay. Then there is machine learning. Then in the AI, in the deep learning also, you will have multiple neural networks or multiple models are there. Based upon that models also we can use. And we can classify whether it will going to pay or repay or no repay. Likewise. So same task we can do by using a deep learning models also. And deep learning also offers multiple other tasks. Okay. Yeah. So we can use it for deep learning models. Like we can use it for emotion mining. We can use it for multiple different tasks. Okay. Likewise, yeah. Someone has written something. Can't hear you, ma'am. Can't hear me. Am I clear now? Am I audible, guys? Everyone, please confirm. Yes. Okay. Okay. So in the computer vision also, we can use. And the computer vision is generally focusing on the image data. Image data. Image data means whatever the images we are having, like image processing, they will do. Computer vision is nothing but a basic, or we can say a basic branch of what? Image processing. We can do image processing here. Image processing operations we can perform here. Okay, and based upon that computer vision, we can find out object detections. Based upon this, we can use the image classification. We can do like what type of image is this. We can classify the image. We can do an image segmentations also. Image segmentation is nothing but having a mask over the image. Some masking will be there over the image. Okay, that is also we can do by using a computer vision operations. Okay, likewise, we can use it for robotics. We can use it by using a expert systems. We can use it by using for a speech recognitions. Speech recognitions. Okay, for speech recognition means what I am saying. Okay, it will be converted into some speech recognition. Like there is call center people. Okay, whatever the call center people says. Okay, they will be in a voice recorded. Okay, that will be transcripted. And whatever the customer is saying, that will also be transcripted. And based upon that, we can identify whether the customer is saying something good or something bad. Okay, so this is how we can identify whether the customer is saying something good or something bad. Yeah, so speech recognitions, we can use it for different purposes. Okay, we can use it for what? We can use it for speech to text. We'll perform for speech to text also. There is multiple algorithms are present. We can use deep grams or multiple other algorithms are also present for converting from the Hugging Face libraries. After this session, I will give you one website called as huggingface.co. If you are not like understood of if you don't like familiar with this library, you can just search about this library. Okay, you can just search about this library that there is one library called as huggingface.co. Huggingface.co. You can just go there at that website and you will understand what is there inside. Okay, you will understand that. There are all the free models are available in that website, all the free. It is an open source platform and you will get all the free models. Okay, free of cost. 1 minute, just give me 1 minute. So after that, there is a history and evolutions of AI. History and evolutions. Okay, so how our AI has evolved through time? We will understand one by one. Like how our history evolved through AI through an ancient times, for an ancient times. Okay, there is one Greek mythology which says there is one uh, bronze giant protector in the Greek mythology. Okay, what they do. So it will do what? It will have an earliest idea of a robot. It will have that they have an earliest idea of a robot. So in the Greek mythology, they says that there is one term called as Thallus, which is a bronze giant that is protected as in Crete, we can say. Okay. Likewise, we are having a golem. Okay, which is also a creature made from a clay. Okay, and people say that it came from a life of help, why came to a life by helping peoples. By helping peoples, it came to a life. Okay, likewise, in our Hindi mythology, or what we can say in our Indian mythologies, we have Vimanas. Okay, Vimanas. What is Vimanas? Like flying machines. Okay, and like mechanical beings. From that imaginations of them. Okay, like there is some Vimanas and there is some flying machines going on. And based upon that, like just think about the idea at that time. We don't know it that either it is like actually happened or not. We can't, that is a debatable thing. But the idea behind that, that is very like a huge idea. Like there was Vimanas, like flying machines and mechanical beings are there. So the concept is very, at that time AI was there. The evolution was AI at that time. So likewise, we have understood about there is one hero of Alexandra. Okay, what is he? Who is he? Hero of Alexandra. So it is a Greek engineer. He is a Greek engineer which built automatic puppets and streamed water devices. Stream water devices. Okay, water devices. Likewise, there is an anti-cradle mechanism which is dating back to 100 BCs. Okay, was what a gear-based analog computer used to predict the ellipse within your like ellipse. Okay, for predicting the ellipse. Just give me 1 minute.
and open Sudha's link. Go to
Okay.
Chrome and open.
Okay, sure. Yeah, just there is one thing actually. Just wait for another 5 to 10 minutes. I am just closing this session and we will come back with the. I will again rejoin here only. So just be there with me for some time, guys. Okay. Just I'm closing the session and
Just close the session. I'll get
No, please don't end the session, Rachna. I have given them some break, okay? Don't end the session. I have given them, like, I have told them that I am giving you 5 minutes of break. Then we can start, okay? Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, all back. Please confirm. Please confirm me. Please confirm it once. Are you all back? Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for understanding, guys. Yeah. Okay. So here we have understood about the history and the evolutions of AI. Okay. Here we have understood that there is one ancient, like from ancient times also, like ancient myths also, they are imagining about this. Okay. And evolutions of AI started back then. Okay. Like from their imaginations. Okay. Then there are some things called as Alexandra. Alexandra is what? Alexandra is a Greek engineer which builds in automatic puppets and steam-powered devices it makes. Okay. Likewise, we are having a foundation of logical thinking. Logical thinking means there is one person called as Aristotle. Aristotle, he gives one programming, like a programming language. We have if-then statement. Like if it is raining, use umbrella. If it is having this thing, because of that, then you can use this. So if-then statements have taken, or if-then logical sequence or logical rules they have introduced. This basics of AI reasoning have started by this person named as Aristotle. Then there is AI Zerezi, okay, which invented a programmable automata using water flows and gears, all these things. Okay, after that, there is a Leibniz. Leibniz is what? Leibniz is an imagined symbolic logic. Okay, it is generally used to solve the reasoning problems. Reasoning problems. What is the reasoning problem? Based upon certain scenarios, it will find out the reasoning behind it. Okay, likewise, we can use this also. Okay, so we have understood about here, we have understood about the ancient time myths. Then we have understood about the Greek automata. Then we have understood about the logic behind this. And we can use our machines to think well, think properly. And based upon that, there was a programming language started. Programming started. Okay, then if-then statements have started. Then what is the history of that? History of this and history and evolutions of this AI. So there is earlier, there was a Turing test. Okay, there was one scientist called as Turing. Okay, so who was this? What he does? So there is one paper published by him related to Turing. He has done what? The name of that person is Alan Turing. Alan Turing. Okay. He thinks like he have assumed like, can machine think? Can machine think? So he proposed the imitation game. He proposed the imitation game. If a machine could converge so well that human couldn't tell it is a part of a real person or a machine. Okay, if a machine could convert such answers or such a thing, like human couldn't tell it is a part of human or it is machine. So that is when we can say that it is an intelligent machine. That is when we can say that if there is no difference, between human and the machine, then we can say that this is an intelligent machine or intelligent. Machine is an intelligent. They can also think. Okay, so the test became the foundations of AI. This test became the foundations of AI, shifting focus from thinking like a human to acting like one. Okay. Thinking like a human shifted to acting like a one. This is a time in 1950s, this has started. And this has started by this person called as Alan Turing. There is also one research paper. You can just search about this research paper. Okay, you will get easily the research paper, right? So you can search about this research paper. He has like, instead of like thinking like a human, we should act like a human. When we will say that it is acting like a human, when the answers or whatever the questions we are giving, whatever the answers machine are giving, they are not different to that of humans. So human himself cannot understand whether it is a machine encoded answer or it is a human made answer. Okay, at that time we can say that it is an intelligent machine. Okay, then there are early periods in 1950s. The Alan Turing came. After that, there is early programming started. Early programming. Okay, programming has started at the time of 1956. Okay, so the programming was like 1956. There was a logic theoretist. Okay, which solves a math problem, which is generally useful for solving the mathematical proof like a human. This is one programming language. Okay, likewise, there is one chatbot there, which is a Elisa. Elisa is a chatbot. Okay, at that time in 1966, this was a psychotherapist chatbot. Okay, like how you are feeling, like based upon that, based like what made you feel like that, if certain thing is paining you or whatever. So this was related to what psychotherapist. Okay, there were certain basic rules there, and based upon that, this was one chatbot. Elisa chatbot was there. Then there is this there in this also model called as SHRDLU model, okay, which is understood by the languages to manipulate the virtual blocks, for manipulating the virtual blocks within your language, virtual barriers within your language. So for language translations, we can use this model. Okay, back in 1917, guys, 1970. Okay, so this was all these things. Then these programs have shaped early AI thinking and programming paradigms, inspiring symbolic reasoning and rule-based systems. Symbolic reasoning and rule-based systems. So these programs are shaped by early AI thinking people, early AI. Okay, so these are all these things, guys. We have started with AI. We have understood about the definition of AI. We have understood about what are the different things related to AI. Okay, so let me quickly. Okay, so here we have understood about current slide. Okay, here we have understood about the Turing test. Okay, we have understood about the architectures in the like there are multiple programming language started here back in 1960s. Okay, so we have understood about all these things here. Okay, let me go back again. So what we have understood up till now, we have understood about the definitions of AI. What is AI? Then we have started with the key characteristics of AI systems, like what is perceptions, what is reasoning, what is learning, what is interactions. All these things we have understood in detail. Then we have understood about the types of AI, like narrow AI, general AI, super AI, all these things we have understood. Then we have understood about the subfields of the AI. Okay, like machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, all these tasks we can use. For all these domains, we can use these are all the subfields of the AI. Okay, then we have understood about the history and evolution parts of this. We have understood about the ancient myths. Okay, we have understood about the Greek automata. We have understood about the foundations of logics. All these things we have understood. Then after that, in early 1950s, there was a thing, or there was a person called as Alan Turing. He has told that shifting AI or foundation of AI is nothing but shifting focus of thinking like a human to acting like a human, acting like a one, or act like a one. Okay. After that, we have understood about this logic therapists. These are all the early programming languages. Okay. For different purposes, we can use it. Okay. Likewise, we have understood about now there is some declination also, like declinations, which is there in AI winters period. AI winters means in late 1970s, like early 1970s to late 1980. Like this overhyped. What happened actually? In 1970s and again in 1980s, AI went through major winters. Periods of reducing the funding and public interest. Okay. So it was overwhelming also, over-promising also, what we can say, over-promising but under-delivering. That is why the issue was happening. Over-promising and under-delivering the AI. Okay. So here, limited computing powers were there, unrealistic goals was there, poor results versus promises. Okay. So for all these reasons at that time, AI winters has happened. Okay. And the impact was slow progress, pause results, and all these things. Okay, that happened. So this has happened in the year 1970s to late 1980s. So what begins and for after what this has started, after what AI has evolved. So in the year 2000 onwards, what happened? Machine learning and big data eras was there. Okay, like explosions of data from the internet, sensors, social medias, IoT services, from all these data explosions was all there. Like platforms like internet, sensors, social media, all has happened there back then. Okay, so AI could finally learn from massive data set. And then back then there was a hardware breakthrough also, like rise of GPUs for parallel computing. Then there is a training complex models became possible at that time. Okay, for all these things, AI again, explosions of AI has happened, or evolutions of AI again has happened. Okay, so GPU revolution has happened. Graphical processing units enabled faster computations for training machine learning models. Okay, then deep learning breakthroughs have happened. Advances in image recognitions, advancement in natural language processing, speech recognitions. These all happened within your deep neural networks. Then cloud and parallel computing. Like scalable infrastructures made training large model feasible. Then there is a real world impact. What is the real world impact here is powering innovations in healthcare, finance, recommendation systems, and self-driving cars. For all these things, we can use this AI. Like AI in healthcare. Nowadays, people are madly using AI in healthcare. And for why not? It is giving better result. It is giving the excellent results. Okay. AI in healthcare. Like you can give the images of X-ray scans. You can give the mammography images of breast cancers. We can detect that if the tumor is present or not in the brain tumors. Okay. We can have a X-ray reports, mammography reports, all these reports. And we can put it in the, we can put it and we can form the image classification models from here. And we can classify whether the tumor is present there or not present, whatever the scenario is, whether there are 3-class classifications, whatever. Nowadays in healthcare sector, people are using it for like in IVF also, the people who can't conceive naturally, for them also, they are also using it. Okay. Like gynec peoples, radiologist people, for all them, it is like advancement for all these areas. In finance sector, yes, in the finance sector also we are using it, and like vastly we are using. Okay, for detecting the fraudulent data, whether the fraudulent messages or fraudulent stuff, whatever, the credit card details, whatever the fishy or stuffy things are there. For all these things we are using in finance sector. Okay. Then recommendation systems like Netflix, for all these Netflix we have Amazon Prime or whatever the different recommendation systems. Like if you are going in the Walmart stores also, like a physical stores also, they are also having the recommendation systems. Okay, their own recommendation systems. Like if you will buy this, you will get some offers. So based upon the patterns, they are giving the offers. They are not giving the offer like anyways. We have more stuff, so we will give you an offer. No, they are having all these things in backend. They are also having the algorithms within their systems. Okay, that is giving them, okay, there is 20% discount, we can give it to certain products likewise. For all these things, for recommendation systems, we can use like certain type of movie you have watched one time. So you will get one recommendation like you can watch also this movie. Okay, 10 other movies will also be available in the recommendation systems. You can also like this. So for all these recommendation systems also we can use this. Self-driving car, yes. Who is preparing a self-driving car, guys? Yes. Yes, guys. Who is preparing a self-driving car? Tesla, yes. 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 Tesla is preparing, correct. So right now, what they are doing is they are doing surveys for every streets and corners. It will still take another 10 years, okay, guys? So they are surveying on each streets and corners, and they are identifying that whether we should like on all the streets and corners, they are surveying like this is a car, this is understanding the data. Whether this is a street, they are mounting over the camera. Like they are over that car, they are mounting the camera, and then they are identifying that what is present there, okay, and identifying according to that. Yes, Waymo is also making, yeah. So self-driving cars are there, and still it is going in progress. Okay, so for all these things we are using our AI. Now, within our history and evolutions, we have also understood in deep learning and modern AI. What are all these? What is this deep learning and modern AI? So there is one models. There are some models called as convolution neural networks, called as recurrent neural networks, called as these are the generative models called as generative adversarial networks. And there is one architecture called as transformer. Okay, so we will discuss all these things. Okay, so when we are using CNN or convolution neural network, so convolution neural networks are generally useful for image related tasks. When there are all images, okay, when there is all images present, so we need to classify. We are taking the image as an input, okay, and we are convolving. Convolving is nothing but we are having one filters over there. Okay, we are convolving means we are making the size of the image smaller, 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 smaller. Like how we are making the image size smaller? By convolution. By using filters, we are doing a mathematical operations and we are making the size of the image smaller, 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 smaller. And in between that, we are using activation functions. In between that, we are using an activation functions, or it is also called as activation maps. Okay, so we are using activation functions or activation maps. And then what we are doing eventually here in the CNN is we are finding out what is exactly present within this image. We are making the image smaller, but we are identifying the most important features from this image. We are extracting the most important features from the images. How we will calculate the most important features from the image? So there is a term called as like extracting low level features, mid level features, high level features. Okay. So based upon that, we will identify the features. Yeah, Mohammed. Related to image recognitions, pixels. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it is correct. You have raised your hand. What is it? Okay. So when will be the session ending? It will be ending on 8:30. 8:30. Okay. So convolution neural networks, we are using and we are extracting the most important features from here. Most important features we are extracting, and then we are classifying that what is exactly present within that image. Whether it is a car, whether it is a dog, whether it is a cat, what is actually. So we are putting one input image. One input image is sent to the neural network. Neural network is extracting the low level features like eyes, nose, head, likewise. Okay, some low level features, then mid level features. Mid level features means some minute particles within our face. Okay, and even minute particles like neurons within our face, some minute pores within our face. All these things are extracted one by one, like low level features, mid level features, high level features, all the features will be extracted. And then we will actually going to determine or classify what is exactly present inside that image. Like classify whether it is a cat, whether it is a dog, whatever. So it's what power tools like Google Photo to recognize faces or filters operations or filter objects. For all these things, we can use the CNN for extracting and for identifying what is exactly present in the image. Okay, they scan the image piece by piece. This convolution neural network will classify and scan the images piece by piece. Like it will extract the features, like minute features within our face, like within a pores also they are going to identify. Okay, likewise, based on the edges, based on the shapes, based on the patterns, they are going to classify what is exactly present inside that image. Okay, so then after that, we are having RNN, which is also called as recurrent neural network. Okay, so when to use RNN, guys? Anyone is familiar with RNN, recurrent neural network? What is RNN and where we can use this RNN? Yes, anyone? Yes, deep learning. Yeah, deep learning is correct, but within deep learning where? Yeah, Mohammed is correct. Text suggestions, not text suggestion related to textual data, like in WhatsApp. And not really in the WhatsApp, we can say in the textual data, wherever the textual data is, from wherever we are getting the textual data. Like movie review rating data, it is also a textual data. Ratings people are giving. Okay. Some comments people are making. So what are these? These are all the textual data. Okay. So when it is a textual data or language task, we can use a RNN. When there is like time series data means when there is some time series, like for example, some anomalies are there present in the data and we need to find out the anomalies in the data. At that time also we can use this RNN approaches. Okay, for determining the anomalies, for time series, based upon the time series, a certain data is like today is raining. At what time? What it is? How much centimeter it has rained. Okay. Likewise, we can find out and we can have a data related to that. So for all these time series data also, we can use this RNN approaches. And there is entire family of RNN, like RNN, bidirectional RNN, deep bidirectional RNN. Then there is LSTM, long short-term memory. GRU is there, which is gated recurrent unit. All these things are there. There are total 9 models related to RNN. Okay. Likewise, there is again one model called as GAN. So GAN is nothing but a generative model, guys. It is a generative model. It is not a predictive model. Just how we have seen now, there are 2 types of model. Okay. First is our predictive models and second is our generative models. Predictive models will do what? It will predict the things. It will predict. Predict means it will predict what is exactly present within the images. Okay, what is exactly present? So it will classify, or what we can say, it will predict with some confidence or with some class or whatever confidence score. It will going to predict. That is what predictive models are. Just how CNN are. Okay. Likewise, there are other models called as generative models. Generative models will do nothing but it will generate data or generate text or generate images for us, specifically for us. Okay, so GANs are having 2 parts. One will create a fake images. So see, within our GAN, we are having 2 types. 2 things are present within GANs. So first is our generator and second is our discriminator. Okay, generator will do what? Generator will generate some things. Okay, some things means if you want to generate images, it will generate images. If you want to generate text, it will generate a text. So based upon your requirement, it will generate. So generator will going to generate things. Now what will discriminator do then? So discriminate and discriminate because generator is generating a synthetic data, guys. Generator is generating a synthetic data. Synthetic means false data or what we can say a fake data. or virtual data it is generating, right? When we are asking ChatGPT to generate a text for us or for generating some images for us, what images are there? That images are nothing but a synthetic images. Okay, so generator will generate a synthetic images and discriminator will do what? Discriminator was present when the model was training. So discriminator knows what is the real images and what is the fake images. So there is one competition continuously going on between generator and discriminator. Generator will continuously generate the data which is closer or nearer to the original images or the true images are. Okay, and discriminator will do what? Discriminator will discriminate between the duty of discriminator is to discriminate which is the real image and which is the fake image or the synthetic image. Okay, so discriminator will discriminate and generator will continuously improve his work, generating new images, and the images should be closer to that of your original images. And where we can use these things, GANs, this generating the new data or generating the new images, where we can use, guys? Anyone? Ghibli image generation, ma'am. 3D model generations, social media, ChatGPT. Where we can use this synthetic images? Yes, we can use it for all these purposes. But when in the real time, if the client is giving us the data, for example, when the client are giving maximum time it happens, guys. Whenever the client is providing us data, the data might not be that much sufficient for training the model. It is lesser. So at that time, we can generate new data, which is closer to that of new, like original data. So synthetic data we can create from here and we can use and we can increase our model. So for data augmentation purposes also we can use. Okay, data augmentation is nothing but to make the size of the image more, not make the size, make the number of images should be more. Okay, image makers if we give the certain inputs, yeah. So backend they are having the architectures of GANs only. Okay, at the back end, they are having the architectures of GANs, that is generative adversarial networks. Then, do you know ChatGPT? What architecture ChatGPT follows? ChatGPT. You guys are using ChatGPT like madly. So, ChatGPT is having which architecture? Yes. LLM, CNN. Someone is saying CNN. GPT-3. Black Sigma. What is this MAM? MAM architecture is there. GAN, transformers. Yeah, so there is one architecture called as, what is GNN? I have also not heard about GNN up till now. Okay, GPT 3.5. Okay, so GPT 3.5 or GPT-4, GPT 4.5, whatever. They are having an architecture called as transformer architecture. Okay, the actual architecture name is encoder-decoder architecture. Within that, there is one layer called as self-attention mechanism. Self-attention mechanism, wherein we are using this transformer architecture. There we are using this transformer architecture. Okay, so either in a chat GPT or in a bot. What is this bot? What is this bot? Several transformer blocks, each containing a multi-head attention mechanism and a feed-forward neural network. Correct. So, bidirectional encoder representation of transformer. Correct, Sindhu. What is BERT, ma'am? BERT is nothing but a bidirectional encoder representation of a transformer. So, what BERT will do? It is developed by OpenAI. Yeah. ChatGPT is developed by OpenAI and they have an architecture of transformer. Okay, they will have a attention mechanisms. Attention mechanisms are nothing but, suppose we are having one encoder and decoder architecture. Encoder will do what? Encoder will take your input. Okay, encoder will take your input and it will, after taking your input, suppose your inputs are in a textual format. Okay, so what it will do, encoder will make a embeddings. Embeddings are nothing but what? It is a numerical representations of the data. Okay, it is taking your textual data and it is making some numerical representation of that data, which is also called as embeddings. Now, after forming the embeddings, what we can do? We can form a context vectors based upon that. Context vector is nothing but whatever, like removing the stop words, the irrelevant columns, the irrelevant embeddings which are there, we will remove that irrelevant embeddings and we will only going to take the embeddings which are useful. So that is called as what? We are making one context vectors based upon that. After taking the context vectors, we are using that context vector and we are using it in the decoder layer. I'm talking about the chat GPT. Okay, chat GPT is then converting into this decoder layer. Decoder will do what? It will take your context vector and then display some output for that. So it is taking your textual data and then again replying you with some textual data. Okay, so decoding, suppose you are writing, how are you? So it will give you a message, I am fine. So how it is giving the, so it is having one architecture called as encoder-decoder architecture. Within that encoder-decoder architecture, we are having this self-attention mechanisms. We are having multi-head attention mechanisms. All, there are multiple things, guys, here. I can't explain this in very short time, okay? But just giving you the overview of all these things. So this is like very good, very interesting fields. And nowadays, we are using this transformer architecture so widely. Now this BERT is nothing but a bidirectional encoder representation of a transformer. So BERT can also be useful for what? It can be useful for summarization. If there is text summarizations, okay, we can use this BERT architectures. Can we get PDFs as note? I don't think so. Or any other ways for us. You can write it down. You can have a running notes of yours. Just write it down. Okay, whatever we are going here or whatever we are doing here, just write it down in your like running notes. You can prepare your running notes likewise. Okay. Yeah. So in the BERT, we can use it for text summarizations. When we will use this BERT for text summarization? When there is very long sequence of data, when there is very long sequence of context or very long sequence of data is there, what we can do? If you want to make it, for example, nowadays people are not have that much time to read the very big novels or very big books or other things. So what they are asking, what they are doing, they are using this BERT architecture. They are making a summary of this particular book. What is the summary of that particular book? And they are forming in like in a 3 or 4 pages, we can have a summary of the entire 400 or 500 pages of book. Okay, so for the text summarizations, we can use it for question answering if we have some documents of the data. Either it is in a PDF format, either it is in a textual format. We can use that and we can form it for like question answering. Based upon that, certain questions will be asked and the model will give you the answer. Likewise. So we can use it for question answering. We can use it for text summarizations. Yeah. We can use it for most of the things we can use this. Okay. We can use it for language translation specifically. Okay, nowadays people are radially watching Korean dramas or certain Japanese or Indonesian movies. So there is certain language barriers are there. Okay, how we will understand. So there are some particular models which are available specifically for converting the languages. Okay, for converting that particular language to English language, there are multiple models available. Korean to English or Indonesian to English or whatever. There are multiple languages are present. Based upon that, we can use that particular language. Like automatic captions. No, captions are not. I'm saying about audios also. Audios also. Okay, audios also. Audios we are doing now. We are converting the language, speech translation is happening. Also, BERT can also be, BERT is very big, guys. BERT is very big. It is trained on very vast amount of data sets and there are multiple variants of BERTs also available. Like I'm saying now, there is one model for summarizations. So the model name is BERT sum. Okay, BERT sum is the model name which is used for summarization. Then for different purposes, there are different models. Okay, based upon that models, we can use that particularly model for specific purposes. Okay, for whatever the purpose we want. For language translation, we are having different models. Then for text summarizations, we are having different models. Likewise, we are having for all these purposes, we are having specific models available. Okay, like what is the impact now? What are the impacts for this? So modern AI systems are powered by these architectures. Okay, these architectures means this all architecture, CNN, RNN, GANs, these are all the models. These are all the models. Within the CNN also, we have multiple other models. Like pre-trained models are also available. Okay, you can surf about the CNN pre-trained models. There are several pre-trained models like VGG16, VGG19, RESTnet, MobileNet, Inception, Exceptions. All these models are available. Likewise, in RNN also, there are complete models available. 9 models are available completely, like RNN, bidirectional RNN, deep bidirectional RNN, LSTM, bidirectional LSTM, deep bidirectional LSTM, GRUs, all these things are there. Okay. So these are what? These are all for use for sequence to sequence model or sequence to sequence text. Then after that, we are having GANs. GANs are nothing but a generative adversarial networks, which will generate a new data specifically for you. So behind this, there is again one architecture called as generation discriminated architecture. Generation will do what, or generative models will do what? It will generate the text for you or generate the images for you. Okay, whatever it will be generating, it is specifically for you. It will be specifically for you. So what is this? These are called as synthetic images or synthetic text, whatever. Okay. And discriminator will do what? Discriminate between the real image and the fake image. And the duty or the goal is to that. The goal of this model is that we have to make this discriminator full. The goal is to make the discriminator full between the real images, what is the real images and what is the synthetic images. So discriminator should fool himself for making even if they are a synthetic images, it should give the output as no, it is a real images. Likewise, our goal is like that. It should be near to like true images. Okay. So then we have understood about the transformer architecture. Okay. Within transformer, there are multiple models like ChatGPT, BERT are the most very famous models which are available. Okay. And the impact. Impact means modern AI systems are powered by these architectures, enabling the breakthrough in vision. Vision means for vision, we are having CNNs. For languages, we are having RNNs. For creativities and robotics, for all these, we are having GANs, or either we are having a transformer architectures. Okay. So this is what our history and evolutions related to AI. Okay. Then we have understood about there was a Turing test. Okay. After that, in the 1950s, this Turing test was happened. Alan Turing has done this particular test, which will measure what? Machine's ability, its intelligence, machine's intelligence. Then after in 2060s onwards, it again downfall. There was a winter seasons. After that, again, in the winters, after winter season, again, people are started using AI in back 2000s. Big data, machine learning, internet was already there in 2000s. So big data, machine learning has started back then in 2000s. Okay. So what are the real world applications of AI? What are the real world applications of AI? Anyone, according to you, whatever you have seen up till now, what are the different applications? Ma'am, how can text summarizations for long data set happens? Okay, when there is a very long sequence of data, they will form like not each and everything of the text is important, guys. Is it? Is it, Farsha? Not everything is important, right? So they will form one context vector. Based upon that context vector, they will take only the values which are important, only the context which are important, which is having more scores. Okay. Only that things will be taken. Okay, and that is all done by using a BERT model. This BERT model itself will do all these things. Okay. Yeah. Robotics, people are saying in robotics and financial institutions, correct? Yeah. Aids in studies like summarizing important questions, interview preparations, ATM cards, transactions, virtual assistants, e-commerce. Yeah. For all these areas, we are using AI drastically, or we can say madly, we are using AI. Okay, and why not? Why not? Okay, so we are using in healthcare firstly. Vastly we are using. Not in India, but in foreign countries also, we are using AI in healthcare. Like nowadays, you will think like what she is saying, but there is some discovery happening in China that you will be in one city and the doctor will be in one city and he is doing your operation. Virtually, he is doing your operation. Okay, so this is how AI is going to change, guys. So this is like a picture. Okay, so AI in healthcare sectors, we can use it for diagnosing the diseases. Like for example, nowadays you might have heard about some things like based on some AI models. Like some celebrities, foreign celebrities already know that there is some disease or futurely they will have some cancer or whatever the diseases they will have. So before they are having some disease, they are diagnosing that in like upcoming years or after 5 years they will have that disease. Okay, so what they are doing is they are using this predictions, and they are earlier before the disease is happening, they are doing operations and they are doing surgeries and removing all these things. Okay, so based upon what they are identifying that the diseases will be there or not. Yes, anyone? What I have told you, like what I have said, have you understood? Like you have understood what I have told? Like like I am saying what if certain diagnosis is happening. Okay, so before certain incident happened, for example, before certain, like if the person is having cancer or no cancer or whatever. Okay, so in the foreign countries, what is happening based upon the genetic histories, what we are doing, we are identifying in the like they are identifying by using an AI approach, they are identifying that this disease will happen or this cancer or some type of cancer they will have. They will suffer after 5 years. So they are doing surgery right now for that. This widely AI is using in healthcare, guys. Understanding, like this is predicting it before and doing the surgeries before only. So based upon previous data, no, there is no previous data based upon the genetic history, genome sequencing. So based upon that genetic history, they are identifying that this will happen to them. And beforehand, they are doing certain surgeries or certain operations, all these things they are doing. Okay. So this is like one of the domains that wherein people are using this. Okay. Wherein people are using this. So then drug discovery, any type of new drug or any type of new discoveries is happening based upon that also people are using this widely. Okay. For discovering the new drug. Okay. For new drug, identifying the drug. For medical emerging cases, like we have medical cases. So based on medical emerging cases, we are using that. Drastically, we are using. Okay. So for diagnosis, for drug discovery, for medical emergings, for all these cases, for detecting the cancer, for designing the drugs, okay, based upon the certain diseases, we can discover the drugs specifically. Earlier, this scientists were like, they have like lots of like 20 or 30 years of like their struggle to detect and have the drugs. But nowadays, this AI has like used and form, and they can form a design based upon the drug designs. We can form a drug design based upon that. Yeah, but it is not sure about the disease, right? What if the prediction may get wrong? Yeah, there is chances that prediction may get wrong. Yes. So in the medical cases, what we are doing is we are having like for the specifically for the medical cases, when there are certain cases like for example, in what I have given you, the scenario that is happening in the like have like heard about the what Hollywood celebrity also. She had done beforehand surgery. Beforehand, before actually diagnosis, she has a history of like in her past, in her what we can say in her family, there is one there is one disease there of breast cancer. In her like family, there is breast cancer diseases happening. So based upon that, she did one test. Based upon that, she understood that okay, there is a chances of I also will get a same type of like disease. Okay, so based upon that, beforehand only she did this. But right now in India, we are not doing likewise. Okay, so we can use it for what? We can use it for diagnosis, means we can use it for detecting the cancers. Okay, if the certain person, based upon their ECG report or based upon that, we can identify the certain spikes in the ECG report. Based upon that, we can identify that this person will have a like heart attack or no heart attack. Likewise, based upon that ECG reports or whatever, the MRI scans, okay, or whatever the scans or reports will have, based upon that, we can identify that, whether the person will suffer from that or not. Likewise, or there can be multiple classes also. Suffer, no suffer, or can be suffering. Can be also will be the option. Likewise, it can be useful in AI in healthcare sectors. We are using in AI in healthcare sectors. There is one use case or case study I want to share with you is one product we are making. Okay, it is related to and in our CEO, Mr. Bharni has already shared in the like LinkedIn account about this. You can go and surf there about it. Okay, so what it is an embryo predictions like IVF. Okay, so people are not getting like mothers, expecting mothers are not getting pregnant naturally. Okay, they are not getting pregnant naturally. So because of several reasons, there might be several reasons. Okay, so because of that, what is happening? There is one technique. There is one thing called as IVF. Okay, there is one thing called as IVF. So in the IVF, what happens? Outside of that, people lead to the embryo. Okay, outside of this mother's womb, they call the embryo. Okay, and then outside they will do all these operations, and then what will happen? It will turn either into a pregnancy or not. So whatever the scenario outside has happened, outside the embryo will be there, outside the person's sperms will be there, and then it will fertilize or not. So it will take some time. It will take either 1 month, it can take either 2 months. What deciding that the person will like the expecting mother will get pregnant or not. So it is very time consuming process. This IVF is very time consuming process. So we made one model. We made one model for classifying that, for classifying beforehand. By looking at the embryo, when it is fully fertilized, we will take a MRI, like X-ray scans or a CT scan of that, and we will take the X-ray reports or the scans of that mothers. Okay, mother's womb. Okay, and after that, by looking at the X-ray scans or X-ray report, we can identify that with the help of radiologists, we can identify that this embryo or this person will be expecting, or this will be turned into a pregnancy or no pregnancy. So it is like a very fast-paced process now. Earlier, it was not very fast-paced. Earlier, it was taking 2 months, 3 months, and lots of disappointments are there. Okay, so this is like very fast pace, or this is very you can say this will fast pace the mother's struggle also. Okay, like If the embryo will not turn into pregnancy, what they can do? They can try with another. They can try another chance. They can take another chance likewise. So they don't have to wait for again 2 months. Okay. So this is one case study related to AI in healthcare, guys. I hope it is understood. If it is understood, yes. Okay. What about others? Is it understood? Yeah, you can go to our CEO's Mr. Bharani Kumar's page, and you can just watch. There are multiple projects available from multiple domains. Okay, this is like very, very, very good project. That is why I wanted to explain you in this. Okay, yeah. So this is like AI in healthcare. Likewise, we can use in multiple cases, guys. We can use it for AI and finance sector. So what do you think where we can use an AI and finance sector? Where we can use in AI and finance? Where we can use, guys? Banking, yes. Stock predictions, correct. Spam hams, bank loans. For all these, yes. Credit card detection, transaction detections. Okay. Stock market. To check the accounts and organizations, fraud detections, anomaly detections. Yeah. For robbery. Not in robbery. How we will detect in robbery? Stocks, it is fine. Yeah. Credit scoring. Yeah. So for all these domains, like we can use it for fraud detections. We can use it if there is certain suspicious transaction has happened. For example, if one transaction has happened from your place and one transaction happened like very long from your place at the same time. So this is like suspicious transactions. At that time, we can say there is some anomalies in the data. Anomalies, something anomalies has there. So at that time, we can say, no, there is something fraud is happening. Something fraud or transaction is happening. Okay. So for all these cases, we can use algorithmic trading, risk assessment, stock price detections. For all these purposes, we can use the AI and finance sector. Okay. Likewise, we can use in AI and autonomous driving. Yes, we can use it for autonomous driving. Autonomous driving nowadays, Tesla, Waymo, sensors, and machine learning models. Okay, by using a machine learning models or a sensors, we can do it. Okay, but especially in automatic like autonomous driving, we are specially using this. Okay, like churn patterns in clients. Yeah, churn pattern in clients. Yeah, for that also we can understand that it is churning or not churning, it is used in AI and HR. AI and HR. Whether the certain company is, whether the certain, within that certain company, the person is going to attreat or no. Or whether the person is going to churn or not churn. Okay. So this is what? This is the AI and HR. Human resources. Okay. For all these cases, we are using. Okay, for AI and autonomous driving, we are using. Then AI and marketing and customer service recommendation systems. Okay. So where we can use here AI marketing and customer service recommendation. Yes. Anyone? Yes. Ads, recommendations, ads. Yeah. Feedback, understanding. Yes. Yes. Again. Yeah. Purchasing and selling of goods, supply chain management, e-commerce sectors. Yes. Man, can we know from where this live session is running? From where? Where means you want to know the place. References, understanding the customer buying behaviors. Yeah. So for all these cases, we can use the AI in marketing. Okay. AI in marketing. Okay. So for customer service recommendation systems, chatbots, okay, for all these purposes, we can use the retail and marketing sectors. Okay. Now tell me where we can use it in AI in education sector. Now you are in AI in education sector. Where do you feel? Where we can use this? Yes. 24/7 availabilities like a bots, question searching, assessments, correct. PPT presentations, making PPTs. Okay. To learn the new things. Okay. You can have your personalized learning tools also. Okay. Generating the question answers, summarizing our whole sessions. Yeah. For all these things, we can use here. Okay. Having an assessment tools, personally assistance tools for you, specifically for you. Personalized learning plans for you. Okay. Learning plans for you. How you want to likewise. Improving the English speaking. Yeah. For all these things. Explaining easy as much as, yeah. For all these things, we can use an AI. Okay. Then there is a real world applications of AI. For example, if we will write one prompt, that generate and uh, like explain the quantum theory to a 12-year-old guy, 12-year-old person. Okay. So it will going to give you some output based upon that. It will give you some output. Okay. Like if you will give one prompt, see the prompt engineering is completely different field. Okay. Like how to give the prompts, what to give the prompts, what you have to give, exactly what I have to give in the prompts. Or there are multiple techniques of promptings also. Like there are 0-shot prompting, there is one-shot prompting, few-shot prompting, chain of thoughts. All these are the prompting techniques. So whenever you are always already you are using a chat GPT. So how you are giving the prompts to the how you are giving the query or a prompts so that it will generate the output for you, that is very important. Sometimes based upon that, what will happen, like our output, sometimes you may also have paged. Like sometimes you are asking something and the chat GPT is giving you some different answer. Yes or no? It happens or not? Yes, it happens. Why it happens? Why it happens? Why it happens? Wrong prompt. Not wrong prompt. Not a wrong prompt. According to you, why you will give a wrong prompt? If you want the correct answer, why you will give the wrong prompt? Miscommunication. Yeah, miscommunications can happen between you and the model. So what is the term for that? The term means there is a model can get hallucination. Okay, a model can get hallucinate. Okay, generally our free version models like ChatGPT free versions will generally get hallucinate. Okay, whenever you will give one prompt, so that is the reason you have to give a exact prompt, what you want. You have to give the exact prompt. Doesn't have necessary information or else it covers it. So no damage to the reputation or the customer satisfactions. A ranking of words, term index differences. Yeah, because of that also the issue is. So what is the term called as hallucination, guys? What is hallucination? It will give different answer. How many times we have to search that? Many times it will give different answer based on same questions. Yeah. This is called as what? Hallucination. This is correct example. When we are giving multiple, like we are giving the correct input multiple time, but it is giving you a wrong answer, like not a wrong answer, we can say it is giving you the what we are not expecting that answer it is giving continuously. So that is when the hallucination happens. So whenever we are using this, like even the paid versions also, they will be like there will be sometimes there will be a hallucination happening. Okay, so for that, the hallucination should not happen and we should get a correct output from there. For that, we are having this prompting techniques. Prompting techniques. So we should, what we want, we have to first understand what we want, and based upon that, we should give the prompt, or we should give the query to the chat GPT or a DeepSeek, or there is cloud. There are multiple tools, guys. There is only not only chat GPT, there are multiple tools available in the market. Okay, we will understand it one by one, like what are the different tools, what are the different things. Okay, if you have anything, any questions, anything, you can ask me. Okay, you can ask me. Now we have time, 10 minutes we have. So whatever questions, whatever thing you have, you can ask me right now. False perception that feels real but isn't. Yeah, correct, Varsha. Yes. So whatever I have told you today, have you understood? Is it understood? Yes. Okay. 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 So tomorrow we will understand about what are the different ethics in the AI. Like what are the different ethics? Ethics means AI should not be biased, or there should be a privacy maintained. Okay. So it should not, a model should not get biased. So there are some rules, regulations in AI. So there are some ethics. We are going to understand the ethics. Okay. So yes. If you have any doubts, any questions, you can ask me, guys. You can free to ask anything. Okay. With the help of which model we can build a communication AI model? Communication means speech model. We have Siri, like by Siri, or you are saying like that. Okay. So by using which model means from speech to text we are converting, and then we are again text to speech we are doing. Okay. So there are multiple models in the communications we are having. I will not say in the Siri also they are using the same thing. But in the AI agents, as someone has said, written here, AI and the LLM, there is, for the speech to text, there are multiple models present for the speech to text. I will show you one Hugging Face thing. 1 minute. Okay, not here. There's somewhere. Okay, if you will go to the Hugging Face, guys, I hope most of the people know, but someone, if they don't know, if you will go to huggingface.co. Okay, so here this is an Hugging Face account. Okay, you have to just register for this account, and whenever you will go in the home page, something like that. 1 minute. What is Hugging Face? So this is your Hugging. Earlier I have only written hugging.com. So it is like different site. So this is like Hugging Face. Okay. Hugging Face is nothing but you have to create one account here. Okay. You have to create your account here. And what you can do is, like now someone has asked me how there are, like which models are present here for different purposes. So there are all the model, guys. You can go in the model sections. Now you will get all the models which are there. The data sets, you will get all the data sets. Once you will press here in the models, you will know here, see here, the audio text to text model, image text to text model, question answering models. These are all what? These are the multimodal. Multimodal means video to text conversions, audio to text conversion, image to text conversions. These are all the multimodal. Multimodal means one thing to another, audio to text. Then for a computer vision also, there are multiple models available. These are all the model, guys. Okay, these are all the models here. Okay. Likewise, there is for natural language processing also, there are multiple models. Likewise, someone has asked me about speech. So text to speech or text to audio also we are having different models. Once you will press here, these are all the models specifically designed for text to speech. And if you press here, from text to audio, all these models are available. Okay. So these are all the models which are there. What you have to do here, means you have to go here in your account sections. You have to go in the settings. Okay, you have to go in the settings and you can here go for an access token. You can here go for an access token. Now it is asking me for my password. I don't know my password. I forgot, I think. Either it is giving something. Yes, it's giving the password. So see here, I have made this much API key. These are all my API keys. And one more thing, API key is the confidential, guys. Even if it is free of cost here in the this also in the Hugging Face also, but do not share your access key, access tokens anywhere. Okay, so how you can create an access token means you have to go to your account sections, you can go to your access tokens, and here you can create a token. Okay, you can give one name to the token as any name you can give, any name of your choice. Okay, any name you can take, like suppose I am giving one name, key. Okay, like I'm giving skill for skill people, skill program API. Okay, so I'm taking. Now I'm either want to read it or either want to write it. So generally you can take it as a write mode. Okay, and just create one token here. Once you will create token, see here the token is available. You can just copy this token and you can use that token. Based upon that token, what will happen? You can use that particular model. Whatever the model you are using, you can use that particular model. You just have to copy this name of that particular model and you can use that model. That's it. This is very easy. Okay. So this is the Hugging Face, guys. Okay, you can, if you don't know, you can just search about it. Okay, you will easily get one or two things related to this. Just create one account and use this. Can we practice the coding here, ma'am? No. This is not for coding, guys. This is only for models. There are multiple models are available here, and for that particular one, free models are available. Okay, free models are available. You can just copy this model name and you can use this model anywhere, like in your Jupyter notebook or wherever you are training your model. You can use that particular model for specific thing. Okay, so what can we do by the models? Means by the models you can do all these things, guys. You can classify whether the disease is present or not. Up till now we have understood that. From this, based upon that model, we will understand whether we can use it for particular reasons, like if the a person will going to default or not. So for all these reasons, we can use that particular model. So models are useful. Models are only, we are training our model only. We are training our model so that it will classify the results for you. Okay, so machine learning is a part of, someone has written. So machine learning is a part of AI, right? So the take predictions according to information or prompt which has given to the AI. So see, machine learning is we will have machine learning is related to historical data, we can say. Okay, based upon your historical data, we will have a historical data like past 5 years data, past 10 years data, we will have. Based upon that, we will train our model and it will make a predictions. This is what machine learning is. What AI and what, see, in what you are confusing here is AI. Not in AI, there are two things. There are generative models and there are predictive models. Generative models will generate the text or generate the things for you, generating the music, generating the text, generating XYZ things for you. So for that reason, you will require the prompts. But in the AI, there are two things, generative and predictive models. Predictive models will predict the things. will predict the things. Just how in the machine learning we were using a past data and predicting the thing, here it will have a neurons. It will have a neuron. So it will have a neural network. Okay, it will have a complete neural network which will behave like a human brain. And then it will predict our results. So this is how in AI we are having two classes. We are having a predictive classes like predictive AI, and we are having a generative AI. Generative AI is nothing but nowadays blooming Gen AI. It is going to generate the thing for you. Okay. I hope it is understood. Yeah. Yes. You are explaining in a great manner. Okay. Thank you. Okay, guys. Okay. So can we conclude our session for today? Yes. So we'll conclude our session for the today, guys. We will again meet tomorrow. Okay, we will understand about ethics in AI and whatever the questions you are having. Okay, whatever the doubts, whatever the questions you are having, just take that. Okay, make a note of that and you can ask me tomorrow. Okay. Okay, then. Thank you. What is assessment tool? Someone has written, if the project is given based on text summarization, based on Indian language or any time, and data set also given, but how to make text summarizations using MLP based on code or else? Okay, you have to do Varsha. For that, there are multiple tools. For languages, you are saying for Indian language. Indian languages, we have multiple languages. Okay. For all these languages, we'll need a specific tool. Actually, that tool should also be available. For example, if you are having a Tamil to English. Okay, English, then from Hindi to English, Telugu to English. For all these, it should have tools available. Then we'll convert that language to one specific language and then we can use for summarization. Okay. Yes, for NLP also we are, see, not everything will be cleared in the one session, Varsha. Okay. There are multiple. This is the branch very big. Okay. So I will try to explain it as much as, okay. For text summarization itself, it is a like very big branch. Okay. So firstly, what we have to do is we have to convert all the regional languages into one specific language, and then we can use that language for a summarization purposes. Okay. Yes, please ask them to follow any tutorials for this since it's a bit lengthy process to understand the news. Tutorials for this. Tutorial means okay. So this is our channel, guys. This is our channel. Please subscribe to this channel. And yeah, you will get all the details, everything. You can press the bell icon also. You will get all the notifications also. Okay. Yeah, Rachna, please give them the today's attendance link. Rachna.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The recordings will be uploaded. As we will end the session, the recordings will be uploaded in the YouTube model. You can see that. Okay, guys, then if there is no questions, we can drop off. We'll meet tomorrow. Yeah. Rachna, please give them the attendance link. Hello. Hello. Rachna.
This attendance will be captured in that Zoom itself. Okay.
Okay, then. Okay, attendance will be captured through Zoom link only. So there is no link as such. Okay, guys. Okay, then. Thank you. Yeah, yes, you can leave. We have ended our sessions. Or Rachna, you can like end the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.